And ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mr. NDOU, and let's get down to the main business. I'm going to be covering computer applications technology, access, which is question 5, database. I'm just going to break down those questions because one thing about most of my learners, they don't like it when they see 1 hour on that video before they can even click on it. The moment they see the 1 hour, I think they just get demotivated. So I'll make sure that I shorten all these questions. For now, I'll just cover the table and then the form. And then after that, I'll drop a video for you guys for the queries, including the report right there in Access. So for now, let's focus on the table and the form. So they said we must open the 5 animals database. Let me just check if I have it. There's the 5 animals database right there. And then I must edit the table 5_1 in design view. Okay, do I have 5_1? That's the one right there. And they said I must open it in design view. Let me just do that. Yep. And then let's go to the questions. 5.1.1, they said we must set property to the keeper name field that will make sure a zookeeper is always assigned to an animal enclosure. So the moment we just hear them saying that set a property to make sure a zookeeper is always assigned to an animal enclosure, what could be the solution for that? Let's go to the one that they said we must locate the keeper name. Let's go. We'll locate the keeper name right there and then check how can we edit this to make sure that it's always assigned. If you check on your field properties at the bottom right there, you'll see something that's written required. So we must make sure that we switch it to a yes. Let's switch that required to a yes. Hopefully that one will work. I think it will work. So it's like it must always be assigned. Let's just check if it will work. Let's insert something here. Let's just type this and then click away. You see they say you must enter a value in the keeper name right there, so it is always assigned. So we are on the right track for that one, and then we have our 1 mark. So I can't click away. I just have to make sure that I insert something right there, and then I can then move and then cut this. So let me delete this and then go back to my design view. So that's how I go about it. I just change the required to yes. And then another question, let's locate another one, 5.1.2. They said we must change the time field to accept values in the 00 time format. Okay, I see. So I think that's the hour and the minute. I would like to believe so. So we must change the time field. Which one is that one? Let's see, ladies and gentlemen. Time field. There we go. That's the one right there. There's people that like to trick us, but no question formed against us shall prosper for sure. So let's go for it. Time. So we must change that one. Let's see. Let's just refer back to accept value. So the first thing that we must change right there is the data type. Let's just confirm. Let's check. We have time. It's short text. What can we change it to? Let's change it to date and time. I think date and time. Let's go for that one. Time. We're changing it to date and time, ladies and gentlemen. What else is missing there? They told us about the hour and the minutes right there. Now, right there on that date and time, on the time field also, when I click on that one and then at the bottom I see my field properties, I can then locate the format right there on top. Can you see this format right there? And then I have medium, date, short, time, and right here I have the hour right there and the minute. I can then choose that one. Let's see how it will display in our datasheet view. Let's confirm. Let's not just do things. Right there on the time. But let's see. Let me change it. Let me change the format and make sure that now it's let's say general date. Let's see what will display. Let me go to my datasheet view. Yes, save. Okay. So it would be like this, and then we change it to that short time right there at the bottom. So we are on the right track, ladies and gentlemen. So we make sure of that. and then we save. We go back to the question. So I think we have our 2 marks right there for 5.1.2. And then we have 5.1.3. Set the properties of the enclosure field so that it will display a message as shown below. Should incorrect information be entered? Oh, and the moment I see something like this, or I hear whatever they're saying here, most of my learners for sure they know that this is a validation text. For sure they know that. So it means this has to do with something like validation rule, validation text. So let's go there. They said the enclosure field. Let's locate that. Where is it? Oh, right there. And then we'll go to validation rule. Validation rule. Let's see. Any proper instructions that they gave us, we must just set it to make sure that it displays. If the incorrect information is entered, it must display this. How can we go about this one? Where is the information? Now let's just go back to our datasheet view and see the main table. Let's see. Enclosure, how is it? Right there. Oh, I see we have habitat, we have exhibit also. So I would like to believe that it's only these two that we must include right there, exhibit and the habitat. So let's just try those. In our validation rule, we are just going to type them. So we are going to type habitat. Did I type it right? And then I'll say all. What else must be included? I think they said X. Is it like that? I hope so. Let's just confirm the spelling right there. So I have habitat. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see it's even here on the screenshot. So they said only habitat or exhibit. So you must always make sure that you observe. One thing about cat, they like to trick you guys. So they did not give you a proper instruction here, but the instruction is right here on this message. And most people wouldn't pay attention to this because it says only habitat or exhibit. So we even ended up going to the datasheet view just to see what information is there, whereas the main key point was here. So make sure of that every time. Just analyze, observe, evaluate your questions. So in this case, we did that. We have habitat and then exhibit. So on the text, they said it must be, if I can still remember correctly, let's see, only habitat or the X right there. I hope we're on the right track. So we said this is the validation text, and then we have a rule right there. Let's just save. Let's save. Yes, and then go back to our design view, our datasheet view, just to confirm. So this is the part that we were focusing on. So let's just type something nonsensical to see what will display, and then when I click away, it gives me that. Okay, so it must only it says only habitat or exhibit must be included. So I'll then say okay, let me type it. Then let me type what you want. Let me type what you want, and then click away, and then I will be sorted right there. So now look at what happens. You must enter a value in the remember, this is what we did on the other question for required. So I must make sure now that I enter a value because what it is required. Remember that question? So now I don't need it. Let me just delete this row. I'm just going to cut this just like that, and then I'll go back to my design view and then open my question. So for 5.1.3 we are sorted. Let's look at 5.1.4. They said the keepers of the animals have a code they use to access their enclosures. Oh, create an input mask on the access code field to accept data as follows. Okay, input mask. And I like to say to my learners, an input mask is like your mask. For example, look at this mask of I once said Spider-Man in my class, and they were like, no, at least let's use Batman. So you see, there are those holes for the eyes and then the mouth. So there's no way you can put the eyes on the hole for the mouth. That's like an input mask thing. I hope that makes sense. So my learners enjoyed that one. They were like, yeah, we get that one. So it's like a mask. For the eyes, you put the eyes on that mask. You can't put your mouth or ears where you're supposed to put the eyes. So that's how you go about it in the input mask. So in this case, we'll be dealing with the codings here, or the character codes or characters for input mask. And one thing in the exam, they always give you guys the input mask character sheet. This one right here. So you'll be using this one. It's always down. Let me go back. So the first thing that they said we must create an input mask on the access code field. Let's just open that. Access code field. There's the field. Make sure you always click on the right field. Don't make that mistake. Don't make the mistake of clicking on the wrong field and then you apply the correct things, ladies and gentlemen. You won't get any mark for that. So from there, I'll then go back and then see right there they say a letter such as a first letter of their surnames followed. Okay, this is the letter. So let's locate the one that can sort this one out at the bottom right here. Which code can we work on here? Letter. I see letters here. I see letter or digit. Okay, no, it's not a digit. See letter or digit optional. No. Letter, no, optional. It's not optional. So L, I think L, letter entry required. Okay, I believe that one would be the proper one. So we'll just go in there and type L for the first one, and then let's go back. Let's just refer back. They said it must be followed by an at. Okay, so this at must always be there. How can we go about this? You can say those quotations right there and then type at. Make sure that there are quotations around it, or you can use that slash right there. I think there's a slash that you can apply on it. Let me just see this one. Why am I applying this one? Because right there on the text sheet, look at what it says. Causes the character that follows to be displayed as the literal character. So it will display that at as the literal one. Let's just give it a try. Let's give this one a try. So let's say we are going to say slash and then say at. I think some computers, they just give it to you or insert it for you automatically. Let's see. Yes, just like this one. So it's there automatically. And then let's move. So we applied the L and the at. Let's see. And then they say the last 4 digits of their cell phone number. Okay. So it's a must for them to insert those last 4 digits. Let's see. Can you use 9? No. We can't. We can't use 9. Can we? No. And then we have 0 right there. Digit entry required. Yes, this is required. 9, it's not required. This one is required. So we can go for the 0 right there on our text. The code. So we can say 0. They say how many? 4. If I can still remember properly. So I think it's 4. And then after this, let's refer back to the instructions. Let's go back. They said we must have any optional character. Okay, any optional character must be inserted. Which one is this one? Let's find out, ladies and gentlemen. Optional. I see 9 also. They said okay, optional. Can 9 work right there? No, because it focuses on digit or space. Okay, digit. The problem is digit right there. Let's see, digit or space. Let's focus on C. Let's look at C right there. It says any character or a space entry optional. So it's a character or space and it's optional. This would be the perfect match for this one. So we can go for C right there. I would like to believe C would be the proper one right there. And then I'll just click away, save. I think we are done with that one. Are we? Let's just confirm with the input mask. We want all those marks. So let's see. We applied the letter. For this one, we said it was L, and then here we included at, and then here we included those 4 zeros, and then here we included the C. Let's just go back to our access and then go to datasheet view. You know, I like to verify and double check. So when I oh, there we go. So can you see that it's displaying right there the at, and then I can add all those other digits right there, or characters. So let me go back to design view. So just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we are done with that one. We just have to jump to 5.1.5. Oh, we're almost done with the table almost. I think it was very simple, this one. Very simple. Delete the field, next feed. We must just delete. And then we get a mark. What? These are just free marks. What are they talking about, these people? So we're just going to click on that field and then cut it. Is it the let's confirm. Don't delete the the wrong one, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure that you delete the one that they say we must delete. Next feed. Is it that one? It is next feed. Okay, let's delete it then. Let's see what happens. Delete permanently. Yes. Boom, just like that, we deleted, and we are done with the table, ladies and gentlemen. Let's jump straight away to our form. Let's just jump straight to it. They said 5.2, open the form 5_2 based on the TBL animals table in design view. Modify the group field so that it displays as follows. Oh, Jesus Christ, what's happening here? In our think was it the table on some of the papers that I did, I think we covered something like this. It was similar to this, but it was in a table, and it was a lookup field right there. Lookup, and then we did combo box, all those things. Let's see if it's something like that. Let's see. Okay, but here we're applying this in a form. Okay, let's just open the form and see what happens. Remember, no question formed against us shall prosper. Now we open the form. Oh, I think it's something like this. I think, yeah, the group, this is what they want. We must edit this one somewhere. We must find a way. Let's try to break it down. Let's see. Let's go back to our paper. Let's see what's the 5.2.1. So we just have to make sure that it displays like that. Let's apply it. Let's try to fight with this thing. Let's go to design view. So we have this right here. There's the group part. Okay, what can we work on here? What can we change? Okay, let's just click on it. So the first thing that I'll do is to click on it, and then when I click on it, you can see I have the property sheet right there on the far right. If I don't have it, I can just click at the top right there where it says property sheet. It will display. What the other thing that I can do is to just right click on that and then go to properties at the bottom. So I'll just right click on it and then go to properties at the bottom. It will appear right there. And then now, where do we focus on? Are we focusing on format? What are we focusing on? Format, data, event. But I think what this has to do with something like the data, it's the information. Remember, we have to make sure that it displays. Let's see, we have to make sure that it displays. Yeah, we have to make sure that all that information displays. So let's go to our design view, sort it out. So I'll go to my data. Let's see. Oh, I have data right there, and then I have row source. Oh, remember what we did on row source back then on that lookup field, the combo box. I hope you still remember. We inserted our details or the information right here, and then where it says row source type, we chose value list last time. Let's see if this one will work. Last time we chose value list, and then we have row source. I can type all those things here, or I can just click on those 3 dots right there, and then you see they say type each item on a separate line. Okay, what are the items that they said I must type? Let's see. I see carnivore, herbivore, and then no omnivore. Okay, let's sort it out. So I'm just going to type them. The first one, I'll say it's carnivore. I'll type them exactly as they are displayed right there. I'll say carnivore. Hope the spelling is right there. And then I'll go to herbivore. And then after that, I'll just go to omni. Omnivore. Let's see. I said carnivore, herbivore, omnivore. Let's confirm. Herbivore, carnivore, herbivore, omnivore. Okay. And then let me just click on OK. And then remember what I did also. Oh, and then you see automatically it adds those things right there. And then just like I said, you can either add them right there by yourself manually, or just click on those dots right there. So let's just save and then go to form view and see what happens. Perfecto, ladies and gentlemen. That's how we go about it. Look at it. It's displaying, I think, exactly as that one. So we have carnivore, herbivore, omnivore. The first one is just the selected one right there at the top. Let's see. We have carnivore, herbivore, omnivore. Perfect. Just like that. No. We are killing this. We are destroying this. So let's go back to design view. Let's see. 5.2.2. This is 5.2.2. The average lifespan of animals is 25 years. Oh, that's the average lifespan. Okay. Insert a formula in the text box in the form header to determine whether an animal's lifespan is more than the average. They're just too scared to tell us that if it's more than 25 years. Come on, just tell us. You think we'll catch it? We'll say greater than 25? Is it that? Let's find out. So we must insert a formula on the text box in the form header. Which form header? Oh, right here. They even told us a question 5.2.2. Okay, so we must insert a formula here. Okay, what could be the formula? Let's try to apply something. Let's say equal sign. They said lifespan. If let's they said we must not use the if function. Oh no, do not use an if function. It's fine, I'll use something else. So let's find out. We can say equal sign lifespan greater than 25. Let's see, let's try to apply it. Let me stop talking. So we can say, let's try lifespan. Remember, you always do the calculations using a text box. In case they don't provide you with this text box next time, you just click right there at the top which says text box, and you can apply your calculations. Now I'll just say equal sign lifespan, and then after that let me just click away. Oh, and when I click away, you can see that I get those square brackets right there. Okay. Let me not forget the greater than. Let me say greater than 25. So I'm saying if the lifespan is greater than 25. Don't think of that if as if we're doing an if function here. No, we are not applying that. I'm just saying if, not the one of the function. So lifespan is greater than 25. What must display? Let's see. So let's just save this. Maybe we can get the final display here. Oh, okay. Here lifespan is 18. It's 22 right there. It's 65. Oh, so when it's greater than, here I am getting a -1. When it's less than, I am getting a 0. Oh my god, how can I solve this? Okay, I think we are on the right track. On the right track. So let's go back to design view. Let's see. Let me go to my properties. You know, in access, queries, forms, most of the times you'll be working or dealing with properties. So I don't know what to do right now. Let me just go check something on the properties. These are my tools right here. You see, it's like a toolbox whenever you're trying to fix a car. This is our toolbox right here. There's our properties. And then I have this. So I clicked on property sheet. I have this right here. And then I see text format. No. Let me go to the formatting. Let me see what's on the formatting. I can see format at the top right there. Let me click on that drop down. Oh, right there at the bottom, I have yes, no, true, false. Which one can I go for? They said yes, no. Let's confirm. They said it must display as a yes. They say display the answer in the yes, no format. Oh, they even told us that format. So I guess this was very easy. They made it simple for us. So I'll click on yes, no right there. But let me not say it was easy before we can even get the correct thing. Let's see if it's right. Oh, I think we're on the right track. So when I click on next, I have yes right there. Oh, this is what they wanted. No, we're killing it. We're destroying this, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this is good. This is good. Oh, so 26, it said yes. Oh, because it's greater than 25. Oh, I was about to panic right there. Let's see. And then I guess that's it with the tables and the form. And then from there, I'll just make another video for you guys for the queries and the report. Thanks for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. See you next time. Prop.